So here's the deal. If you want quality customers, the kind who value your time, trust your expertise, and willing to pay for what your dog sitting, dog boarding, daycare, dog walking, pet sitting services are worth, then you have to stop charging for meet and greets. That's right, I said it. This is the Dog Sitter's House podcast. Welcome back to the Dog Sitter's House podcast. You guessed it. Today we are talking about why you should not charge for meet and greets. Now, I totally understand why people have started charging for meet and greets. It's logical, it makes sense, and it can be a way to eliminate some frustrations. And those frustrations are typically things like setting aside time for a meet and greet and then you're ghosted. They're a no-show, right? Or they change it at the last minute, or they aren't serious buyers. Maybe you want to make sure it's somebody who is serious about looking for a good pet care professional. Another reason sometimes is people will specify if it goes over an hour or 30 minutes or something, then it's an additional $15. The meet and greet might be $25. Anytime after that is $15. This is their way of trying to make sure that they don't go over time. All totally valid points, right? But here's the catch. Charging for meet and greets can actually hurt your business, hurt your bottom line in ways that you might not have even considered. So today I am sharing 6 very powerful reasons why you should never charge for meet and greets. By the end of this episode, you'll have a whole new perspective and confidence to make the decision that is best for you and your business. Reason number 1 is a little hard to hear, so brace yourself. If you need to charge for meet and greets, it's probably a red flag that your pricing is too low. If you can't afford 1 hour or 30 minutes of your time for free, then you are definitely not charging enough money somewhere. When you want your business to be financially, mentally, physically, and emotionally sustainable, you have to position your services as a premium service, which means you have to charge more than the average sitter or dog walker. And here's where the free meet and greet becomes your secret weapon. It gives you a chance to show why you are worth the premium pricing. You might notice small behaviors about their animal that you point out and shows that you have more insight than the average pet care professional. But if you put up a barrier such as a $25 to $50 fee just to meet you, most people aren't going to take that leap of faith, and especially if you have premium pricing, because they're not convinced yet that your prices are worth it. The second reason why you should never charge for meet and greets is because successful CEOs know their CLV. Now, this is just a fancy way of saying the customer lifetime value. They know how much they are going to earn on average from a customer. Now, I like to break it down into knowing how much on average I'm going to earn from each customer per year. If you know that a customer brings in, say, $5,500 a year on average, that breaks down to $460 a month. Now, giving my time for 1 hour for free is worth the return on investment to make $460 a month from that customer. Compare that to somebody who does charge $25 or $50 for a meet and greet. That would risk scaring off a customer who could bring you $5,500 a year. I mean, call me crazy, but I would much rather earn $460 a month than nickel and dime a customer right out of my radar. Think about real estate agents. When you're looking for a home and you get a real estate agent, do they charge you every single time they show a house to you? No, because they know the big payment is in the end. Or take a car dealership, for example. What would you think if they charged you to test drive the car? You'd probably think, you guys are greedy. I'm out of here. I know I would. The same principle applies here. You are in the business of creating a long-term relationship, not a quick transaction. Which brings me to the third reason as to why you should not charge for meet and greets. And that is because your business model is about trust, not transactions. In the digital marketing world, there's this thing called lead magnets, okay? If you've ever entered your email address to get something for free in exchange, not necessarily a coupon code, but like a PDF or an ebook, right? Then that is a lead magnet. It's something you give that has value up front so that you can build trust with that person so that they can get a taste for what it is that you can help them with before asking for anything in return. And this plays into the universal law of reciprocity. And if you know anything about me, I like to do business by aligning myself to the universal laws. Everything seems to go so much smoother. What this law states is that it's human nature for people to want to give something back in return if they have been given something valuable first. Now, make no mistake, this is not about giving something in order to receive. If you have expectation behind your giving, chances are you're not going to receive because it's not coming from a genuine service heart. Whereas if you're doing it because you want the opportunity to demonstrate your expertise, your value, the experience that you offer, the service that you provide, then that is where people feel that it is genuine. And this creates a genuine connection. For example, I had a client bring me a new dog that she is trying to test out to see if they should actually adopt him. And her trainer already told her that this dog had herding behavior, where he would nip a little bit at a dog who jumped up. And that was her first instinct. So I'm not saying it's wrong, and I made sure I didn't make the trainer wrong. But after my observation, I realized I think this is actually a survival instinct. This dog naturally takes the lead. So what I was recognizing is that this dog actually corrected through a little nipping, nothing to actually bite or harm, but just to do a nip as a correction to the other pack members when they got too excited or they jumped up. This is a natural instinct for dogs when they're in the wild because they have to make sure that the pack members do not attract predators. Now, once I gave this customer the instructions on how to nip that in the bud and gave her the confidence that that's something we can help her with, she relaxed and she decided that she would give this dog more of a chance. And I'm happy to say he is now adopted by her. That one free conversation, that one free hour was the perfect opportunity for me to display my expertise and serve her and serve another dog, earning me a loyal client. And that is priceless compared to a $25 fee. Moving on to the fourth reason why you do not want to charge for meet and greets. It is a popular argument that you should charge for meet and greets so that you prevent picking up those customers or prospective customers who are no-shows, who are looky-loos, who don't actually follow through and they end up ghosting you. But let's be real. The high-quality customers that you want are the type who value your time as well as yours, and they do not ghost. If you're interested in learning more ways to ensure that your marketing does attract these high-quality clients who don't ghost you, then go back to episode 56 and hear how you can make your marketing attract the quality clients that you deserve. And hey, listen, if you are nervous about attracting no-shows and you've already updated your marketing as best as you can to attract quality customers, then go ahead and collect credit card information up front and tell them that this information will be used to charge their card if they do not show up for their appointment. But in my experience, when your branding and your reputation are solid, you're not going to experience this problem in the first place. Another reason people charge for meet and greets is because they think it is a way to control how much time they spend at the appointment by charging extra if it goes over. But charging that way up front for that reason isn't worth it because it's more likely to scare people away. When all you really have to do is set clear expectations. Prior to the meeting, make sure you specify that it goes from 1 to 2 p.m. or 1 to 1:30. Make sure you specify that. For me, being that I do dog boarding and people come here and tour the place, I just put it up on the big black chalkboard that they see right in front of their face when they walk in the doors. I have, meet Susie and Fido from 1 to 2 p.m. It's a reminder that says your appointment's almost up. If you can't do something like that, it's easy to slide into the conversation something like, well, since it's coming close to the end of our appointment, or since it's getting near 2 p.m. already, how about I give you my email address? And if you have any more questions, you can email them to me. Anything you can do to clearly communicate over and over, if need be, that this appointment is coming to an end, that there is an end to this appointment. And that responsibility is on you. It's not on making sure that these people pay if they go over. I remember when I first started this, and I had people coming for tours for meet and greets, and they would have so much fun hanging out with all the dogs here, watching them play, cuddling, petting them, getting kisses, that they said, I don't want to leave. This is so much fun. And so I started joking around and saying, yeah, I started joking that I need to start charging for pet therapy or dog therapy when people come here, or by the hour. And they didn't quite get that hint all the time. So it didn't really work. And that's when I decided to go ahead and put the time frame of their appointment up on the black chalkboard and specify that it is only an hour long when setting the appointment. Think again about the real estate agent. They don't charge you extra for taking 20 minutes longer to view a house. They simply communicate their schedule and time allotted for each appointment. If they have another place to be, they just tell you. And you can easily do the same. Now, the sixth and final reason why you do not want to charge for your meet and greets is my favorite. And that is because you are a CEO, not an employee. An employee trades their time for dollars. Instead, you are the CEO of the business. And successful CEOs focus on building relationships, on building trust, on building sustainability, scalability, on streamlining processes to cut back on busy work. A CEO realizes that every decision can either move them closer to a business that runs smoothly or farther away. Charging for meet and greets does the exact opposite. If you think about it, it adds more tasks to your plate or your team's plate. Now you have to keep track of invoices. Now you have to field questions about why you charge for a meet and greet, as well as the objections they have to it. And for what? If you charge $25 for a meet and greet and then turn around and deduct it from their first booking, then you just created yourself 5 additional tasks that you get paid $0 for. And that is the definition of busy work. A top dog CEO asks, does this decision add stress or admin or work or tasks to the plate or to the team? Or does it free me or my team up to grow the business, to better serve our customers, to create relationships? See, the fact is, charging for meet and greets just adds more work. And you and I both know that in this industry, you don't have time to add more to-dos to your list. You're looking for ways to simplify, streamline, and create some recharge time. And when you offer free meet and greets, all you're doing is giving yourself the chance to set your business up for long term success. So the choice is up to you. You can nickel and dime your potential clients, add more admin work to your plate, and risk turning off the very people you want to attract. Or you can step into the role of a top dog CEO and focus on building trust while using free meet and greets as a powerful tool to showcase your value and grow a sustainable business. At the end of the day, this isn't about giving away your time. It's about creating an experience that is so impressive that you'll never have to worry about a meet and greet being a waste of time again. So until next time, happy tails to you.